Ever feel like you blinked and suddenly AI was everywhere?
Yeah, it's like it exploded overnight.
Right. But the exciting part is we're not talking about some far-off future anymore. The future of AI is being written right now.
By some pretty major players, too.
Exactly. And we've got all this info here about the generative AI giants. Let's dive in and see what these companies are up to.
Sounds good to me. What's wild is how these companies are taking generative AI, this crazy complex technology, and turning it into tools we can use every day.
That's the key, isn't it? It has to be usable. And speaking of tools, our first stop takes us straight to OpenAI, the masterminds behind those GPT models, GPT-4, GPT-5.
Oh yeah, those are huge.
They're like the rock stars of the language model world.
And they're not just putting on a show either. These models are already changing how we write, how we work.
For real?
Do you use Microsoft Office 365 at all?
Sure.
Well, OpenAI's GPT models are integrated right into it through this thing called Copilot.
It's like having an AI assistant who's also like a grammar whiz and a brainstorming buddy all in one.
That's a good way to put it. Imagine you fire up Word and AI helps you draft a presentation, analyze data for a report, all in seconds. That's the power OpenAI is bringing to the table.
That's huge for productivity.
Totally. And that power is being harnessed in some really interesting ways by, you guessed it, Microsoft.
Of course, it makes sense, right?
They're on a mission to make AI accessible to everyone, not just the tech geniuses out there.
Democratizing AI.
Yeah, exactly. And they're doing that through tools like GitHub Copilot. This one's huge for all the coders out there.
Oh, we've heard of that one. How does it work again?
So picture this.
Yeah.
You're up late, wrestling with a tricky piece of code, right? And suddenly, your AI assistant is like, hey, I think I see a better way to do that. That's GitHub Copilot. It helps developers catch errors, write code more efficiently, even learn new programming tricks.
It's like having a senior developer looking over your shoulder, maybe offering a virtual high five when you nail that function.
Oh. Exactly. But Microsoft's partnership with OpenAI, it goes way beyond just software. They're building a whole AI ecosystem, and that's where things get really, really interesting.
Okay, so what does that look like, this AI ecosystem?
Think of it this way. Imagine a world where your AI assistant in Word can seamlessly talk to your coding tools in GitHub, all powered by the magic of Azure AI.
Wow, okay. Everything's connected.
Exactly. That's a glimpse into the interconnected future Microsoft's building.
And they're not the only ones with big plans. While Microsoft is busy building an AI ecosystem, Google's out here using AI to unlock the secrets of life itself. I mean, we all know them as the search giant, right?
Right.
But they're doing some seriously groundbreaking stuff in AI research, particularly in medicine.
Yeah, they're really pushing the boundaries.
One of their most exciting projects is AlphaFold, this incredible tool that can predict protein structures.
I've heard of that. It's supposed to be revolutionary.
It really is. Okay, so before your eyes glaze over, think about it this way. Proteins, they're like the building blocks of our bodies, involved in basically everything, right?
Yeah.
And understanding their structure is key to understanding diseases, developing new drugs and treatments.
It's like having a microscopic instruction manual for the human body, right?
Yes, and Google's AI is helping us read it.
That's incredible.
It could totally revolutionize drug discovery, make it faster, more efficient, and potentially lead to treatments for diseases we thought were incurable.
No exaggeration to say that AlphaFold has the potential to change the face of medicine as we know it.
It's mind-blowing. But let's shift gears for a second and talk about a company that's taking AI beyond the realm of work and healthcare and diving headfirst into the world of virtual experiences, Meta.
Oh yeah, Meta. They're all in on AI, aren't they? They're not just dipping their toes in the water. They're diving in headfirst. They're not content with just making our work lives easier. They want to revolutionize how we experience the world around us. Their big bet, the metaverse.
Okay, so for those who haven't yet jumped on the metaverse bandwagon, what exactly is it?
Well, imagine a network of interconnected virtual worlds where you can work, learn, socialize, even go on adventures, all from like the comfort of your own home. That's the metaverse in a nutshell. And Meta is using AI to make these experiences super realistic and engaging.
And the driving force behind these immersive experiences, Meta's Llama models. They're basically AI systems designed to understand and generate human language.
Right, and that means they're perfect for powering interactions in the metaverse.
So like you're attending a virtual concert and the music responds to your movements.
Exactly. Or you're taking a tour of ancient Rome and your AI guide can answer any question you throw at it, all in real time.
It's like stepping into a video game, but instead of just playing a pre-programmed story, you're part of a living, breathing virtual world.
That's the promise of the metaverse.
Yeah.
And Meta's AI is playing a key role in making that vision a reality.
It's like stepping into a whole new dimension. But let's not forget all of this amazing AI, from GPT models to AlphaFold to the metaverse, it all requires serious computing power.
Oh, absolutely.
And that's where our next company comes in, NVIDIA. They're not always in the spotlight, kind of behind the scenes.
Right.
But they're like the unsung heroes powering this whole AI revolution.
Yeah, you could say that. NVIDIA is definitely the unsung hero. Their GPUs, those graphics processing units, those are the engines that power the AI revolution.
GPUs, they're important for AI.
Oh, massively. Just like a car needs a powerful engine to go fast, AI models, especially these complex ones, they need powerful GPUs to process those huge amounts of data.
So without NVIDIA's technology, we wouldn't have the tools we've been talking about, like no GPT-powered Copilot, no AlphaFold, no metaverse.
You got it. They're the silent partner that makes all the magic happen. Their tech, it's essential for training those crazy complex AI models from OpenAI, Google, you name it.
Wow, NVIDIA's GPUs, they're really the backbone of the AI revolution then. They're providing the muscle that AI needs to learn and grow.
Exactly. Think of it this way. OpenAI, they might be the architect, right, designing this amazing AI masterpiece. But NVIDIA, they're the construction crew and the heavy machinery to build it.
That's a great analogy. Okay, so we've talked about the companies building these powerful AI tools, but now let's talk about a company making sure this tech is used responsibly, Anthropic.
It's about time we focused on the ethical side of things.
Right. As AI gets more and more advanced, it's so crucial to have companies thinking about the ethical implications.
100%. Anthropic gets that. They're laser focused on building safe, reliable AI systems, really trying to address those big questions surrounding AI.
Like what? Give me an example.
Questions like, how do we make sure AI is used for good? How do we prevent unintended consequences? That kind of thing.
Right. So it's not all doom and gloom.
No, not at all. It's about being cautious.
Yeah.
Anthropic, they're focused on building AI that's aligned with human values so we can all benefit, without those unintended consequences.
So we've covered a lot of ground. We've seen how companies like OpenAI are revolutionizing how we work. Google's using AI to transform healthcare. And Meta's building the metaverse, brick by AI brick.
And we can't forget about NVIDIA, the powerhouse behind the scenes, providing that critical computing power to make it all possible.
Right. And then there's Anthropic, reminding us all about the importance of responsible AI development.
It's a lot to take in.
It really is. It's mind-blowing to think about how far AI has come. And it's even kind of more exciting to imagine where it's going next,
Yeah.
We've only just scratched the surface of what generative AI can do.
It's a true paradigm shift. It really is. And just like any major technological advancement, it's going to bring some big changes to the world.
Totally. I mean, think about how the internet changed everything. AI has the potential to be even bigger. It's going to impact everything, how we work, how we play, how we learn, interact with each other.
And it's already happening, right? We're seeing it in those little things like personalized recommendations, but also in huge ways, like these new drugs and treatments being developed.
Exactly. It's like we're standing at the edge of a whole new era, and it's exhilarating, but also a little daunting,
I get that. But it's important to remember the future of AI isn't set in stone. We're shaping it right now through the choices we make.
That's a good point. So we have a responsibility here, too.
Absolutely.
That's why it's so important to stay curious, to keep learning, and have conversations about the role we want AI to play in our lives.
100%. Don't be afraid to ask the tough questions, challenge assumptions, and demand transparency from these companies. The future of AI isn't just up to them. It's up to all of us.
So true. Well, as we wrap up our deep dive into these generative AI giants, remember this. The future is unwritten. The possibilities are limitless.
Cheesy but true.
The companies we've talked about, they're really just the tip of the iceberg. There are so many other people out there, innovators, researchers, pushing the boundaries of what's possible.
It's an exciting time to be paying attention to AI, that's for sure.
It really is. And who knows, maybe one of you listening will create the next AI tool that changes everything. Keep exploring, keep learning, keep asking those big questions, because the future of AI is waiting to be written